Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And clouds began rolling in once again about noontime today. We did see plenty of clouds in throughout our afternoon. This beautiful shot, McNeil Canyon, looking down at Lake Chelan and the beautiful Lake Chelan area. And I told Uriah, our producer and director, that looks like the sound of music out there. Beautiful shot and plenty of clouds, and we have a storm moving in on us. But with all the changing and variable weather that we've had over the past couple of weeks, and especially recently, we have high avalanche danger right here in our own backyard. We're talking Stevens Pass. If you are traveling that way over the next 24 to 48 hours, it could be very, very dangerous in some spots. And if you are recreating in those areas, it's very dangerous as well. And all along the west slopes of the Cascades, also considerable avalanche danger. And we will talk about more precipitation and more warm weather headed our way coming up in your weather forecast. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Two separate collisions on icy Highway 97, 7 miles north of Orondo, closed the highway for about an hour this morning, sending 5 people to the hospital with minor injuries. Chelan County has settled a federal lawsuit brought by a former jail inmate who spent 13 months in solitary confinement. And the Chelan County PUD says if power goes out in the Coles Corner, Plain, or Lake Wenatchee area in the coming weeks, it could take longer than normal to restore it. But first, we begin tonight. Wenatchee police say a former felon who intruded at a Ridgeview Lane house on Tuesday and pointed a handgun at a witness. Officers allegedly found 47-year-old Scott Anthony Glass in the garage when they were called to a house at about 2:45 p.m. carrying a knife and brass knuckles. They also said that they found a second knife and brass knuckles inside a parked car, along with a 9mm pistol. Glass allegedly came to the house to retrieve his parked vehicle, then struggled with the other man during the confrontation. Police say they'll seek charges of first-degree assault, kidnapping, and unlawful firearm possession. Glass, who hasn't any address, is also known as Scott Anthony Brimble. He's also already awaiting trial on a 2019 charge of methamphetamine possession. He has multiple prior convictions between 2001 and 2007, including one for third-degree child rape. Two separate collisions on icy Highway 97, 7 miles north of Orondo, closed the highway for about an hour this morning, sending 5 people to the hospital with minor injuries. About 6:42 a.m., a semi and a Ford Taurus were involved in a collision that blocked both lanes of the highway. Trooper John Bryant of the Washington State Patrol said a Jeep Wrangler that stopped for the wreck was then rear-ended by a Chevy Blazer that was then hit by a Buick Enclave. Douglas County Fire District 4 reported that extraction tools had to be used to free 3 people from their vehicles, and 6 people were treated at the scene in addition to those 5 who were taken to Central Washington Hospital in Wenatchee. Slippery road conditions also led to a 2-vehicle accident on Highway 2 near the Big Y later in the morning. A GMC was hit by a Kia in that accident. Trooper Bryant said a pregnant woman in the GMC was taken to the hospital as a precautionary move. Chelan County has settled a federal lawsuit brought by a former jail inmate who spent 13 months in solitary confinement. 31-year-old Joshua Stuller says the detention worsened his severe mental illness while he was awaiting trial for threatening a mass shooting back in 2015. He sued to try and end the practice of solitary confinement for mentally ill inmates. All parties to the lawsuit agreed on Friday to dismiss the case, but lawyers wouldn't discuss the terms of the settlement with NCWLIFE this week. Stuller still faces a separate misdemeanor trial next month in Chelan County Court for allegedly stalking one of the victims in his original harassment case and a felony case in Douglas County, where he's accused of possessing firearms illegally. The Chelan County PUD says if power goes out in the Coles Corner, Plain, or Lake Wenatchee area in the coming weeks, it could take longer than normal to restore it. That's because there's extensive storm damage to Puget Sound Energy power lines west of Stevens Pass. Those lines provide backup for Chelan PUD in the area, and repairs likely won't be completed until later this month. Coming up next, parking has been a perennial problem in Leavenworth, and residents now have a chance to weigh in on some possible solutions. Erratic winter weather has caused problems for road crews throughout the region. And Washington's Congress members took some constituents along last night to hear President Trump's State of the Union speech. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Reinventing FaceTime here at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, a new family-owned and operated business located in the heart of downtown Wenatchee. Owner Andrew Vickery brings forth years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spa. Let us help you add hydrotherapy to your already healthy lifestyle.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Are you like many who are lacking in their retirement plan but are skeptical to talk to an advisor? Are you concerned about where you should put your money or who to trust? At Solomon Financial, we are more about the people we serve than policies or products. We are a fee-based fiduciary with the mission of giving you the peace of mind so you can live the retirement of your dreams. If you have any of these questions or concerns, we'd welcome you to come see us.
Welcome back. In another news, parking has been a perennial problem in Leavenworth, and residents now have a chance to weigh in on some possible solutions. The city's Parking Advisory Committee is holding an open house Thursday night at 6:30 at City Hall. Among the suggestions are downtown parking meters, designated parking areas for employees of local businesses, and special permits for city residents. The committee also is looking at having designated parking hours in residential areas. The City Council eventually will decide what changes, if any, to make in parking policies. Erratic winter weather has caused problems for road crews throughout the region. Several times this winter, snowfall has been followed by warm temperatures, rain, and a wet, destructive mess. In Douglas County, the problems have been especially bad in the Bridgeport and Mansfield areas. Douglas County posted that crews have been busy repairing damage to Dyer Hill and Central Ferry Canyon roads, among others. Although sparsely populated in many cases, the county said the access these roads provide is vital to many in the area, and crews are working hard to repair damage as quickly as possible. The reaction to the county's post was mostly negative from residents in the area, but the county said with more than 1,850 miles of road to maintain, their crews address problems as quickly as they possibly can. Well, Washington's Congress members took some constituents along last night to hear President Trump's State of the Union speech. 4th District Congressman Dan Newhouse brought John Devaney, president of the Washington State Tree Fruit Association, and Ken Hohenberg, chief of the Kennewick Police Department. 8th District Congresswoman Kim Schreier hosted Issaquah High School teacher Jacqueline Ballure as her guest. On the Senate side, Patty Murray brought along a women's health advocate from Vancouver, and Maria Cantwell, a Spokane teenager living with diabetes. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
You want to help others. You need a solid career. You can have both with help from Charter College. Our 10-month medical assistant program prepares you to work in healthcare settings like physician offices, rehab centers, and clinics. You'll learn to take vitals, assist with exams, administer injections, and maintain records. When you're ready to launch a rewarding healthcare career, stop by our campus at 595 Grant Road across from Safeway or visit chartercollege.edu.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. The Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce membership is growing, and according to Executive Director Shiloh Burgess of the Wenatchee Valley Chamber, she sees membership doubling over the next 10 years. In tonight's feature story, Burgess says it's not only about how many members the chamber has, it's also about building partnerships and relationships.
We've actually tried to cool our heels a little bit with growth. When I started, we had a low for the organization. We were about 505 members my first year, and then we now today are at almost 675 members. And
Wow.
we have not crested below 650 since my second year with the organization. We've stayed that way, though, because it's really hard to provide good service to all of those members. And so we believe we have the capacity to be eventually a 1,200 member chamber. It's kind of where we think we should be here in the next probably 10 years, if you will. But we want to build relationships. So we have a new membership model that basically you start as a member, but as you go through the stages of that membership your first year, we hope you leave as a partner with our organization. And because in a partnership, what you know is that you have value that you're bringing to the organization, and the organization has value that we're bringing to your business, and together, hopefully, we're adding value to our greater community, the greater business community, and the region as a whole. So we're really changing, or trying to change the culture in how we do business, and our businesses have responded.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And before we get to the details of all of that, and there is a lot to get to, let's take a look outside our weather window and let's head up to the Chelan Valley in the beautiful Lake Chelan area. This is McNeil Canyon looking down at the lake, and you can see the beautiful green and just a little bit of snow-capped hilltops up around the Chelan area. Not a lot of snow down here in the foothills, that's for sure. We are seeing cloudiness. It began to build in throughout the day, and that's ahead of a storm that we're going to talk about in a second. But high temperatures today, it got pretty nice out there. In fact, exactly where we should be for this time of year. 39 unofficially, and that's our normal high for this time of year. 28 is where we started, just a tick up from where we should be at 27 degrees. 57 for the third day in a row. 2018 is our record high year. Boy, I just don't remember that a couple of years ago. 1985, our record low year, where it was 1 degree below zero. We're at 11.20 for snowfall. We haven't seen any of that in a while, and we're staying steady at 1.11 as far as precipitation. That's from the first of the year up until now. Sunrise 7:22, sunset right about now at 5:08. Let's take a look now at how our Thursday weather forecast will shape up. And as you can see right away, much warmer temperatures all across north central Washington. Almost 50 for Moses Lake and Ephrata, 47 Quincy, 41 in Ellensburg, and 46 in the Wenatchee area. It should be a beautiful day tomorrow. Mid-40s from Cashmere all the way into Chelan, and then a little bit cooler for you folks up in Omak. Your high for Thursday at 40 degrees. Taking a look at that surface loop now, and tonight we expect mostly cloudy skies. It will be mild with showers developing late tonight. You can see the band of showers beginning to move in tonight. Most of that activity will stay in western Washington overnight tonight. But as we get into Thursday, cloudy skies, a 60% chance for rain. It will be just slightly breezy for Thursday as well. But boy, in the western part of the state, we could see some heavy rainfall. Also, very mild temperatures, almost 60 degrees for Thursday in parts of southeastern Washington. The same goes for Friday. Still a 50% chance of mainly evening showers as we end our work week. On Friday, there's our area of low pressure that will bring us that 50% chance of shower activity. And then for the weekend, things start to straighten out a little bit. Saturday, mostly cloudy, just a 30% chance of rain or snow. As you can see, most of that will be off to our east, and a big area of high pressure is building out in the Pacific, and that will keep us mainly clear then as we get into Sunday with mild conditions, sunshine and dry, a nice ridge of high pressure over the Pacific Northwest, and that means some beautiful temperatures as we get into the end of the weekend, mainly 45 to 55 degree range with some scattered 60s in there. More of the same for Monday. Lots of sunshine out there with all the clear skies over the western United States. We will see mild weather conditions as well as that area of high pressure stays right off the coast of British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest. About a 20% chance for showers building in on Tuesday as some storminess kind of rides the outside of that high pressure. So right here some storminess is possible. That's for Tuesday, and then a better chance as we get beyond that. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating and Cooling 7-day forecast. Tonight will drop down to 33 mild degrees overnight. Cloudy and 46 tomorrow, a 60% chance for rain. So tomorrow will be a wet one. Still a good chance for rain on Friday too with a 50% chance of moisture. 44 our high, 44 as well on Saturday. And then things get very nice as we get into Sunday and Monday with sunshine both of those days. High temperatures in the lower to mid 40s. And by Tuesday, just a slight chance for a rain shower with a high temperature of 43. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
The two hottest pickups in America are at Town Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. First, the Ram 1500 with back-to-back Truck of the Year awards from Motor Trend, and now the Car and Driver 10 Best list for 2020. They call it a luxury sedan with pickup capabilities. Ram is on a roll now with third-generation eco-diesel power. Next up, the Jeep Gladiator, also a 2020 10 Best model based on the new award-winning Jeep Wrangler. It has options and capabilities that no other truck can offer. Two more reasons when it comes to buying a truck: there's no reason to leave town.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
This is Caitlin Hedersheet, the producer of the NCWLIFE magazine. Each week, I'm bringing you a look behind the scenes of the faces, places, and events that make North Central Washington the place we call home. Tune in every weekday for an in-depth look at a new topic each week. From local artists in their studios to businesses breaking barriers that might surprise you and everything in between. Join me on the NCWLIFE magazine right here on the NCWLIFE channel.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Wednesday to you. The Les Schwab men's college basketball scoreboard from last night looks like this. Central Washington defended its home court with a 64-59 win over Northwest Nazarene. Wildcats were led by the 28 points of Jaron Lucas. It was Central's third straight victory. They'll host Montana State Billings tomorrow night at 7:30. On the college hardwoods tonight, the Wenatchee Valley men's and women's basketball teams travel to the Tri-Cities to face Columbia Basin Community College. Lady Knights are up first, followed by the men coming up at 7:30. Taking a look at the Les Schwab girls prep basketball scoreboard from last night. Ediat make that Ephrata edge to Grandview 46-43. Othello beat Quincy in CWAC play 65-41. Omak cruised to win over Cascade 62-20. Haley Van Lith scored 32 points and Grace Erdman chipped in 11 to lift Cashmere over Okanagan 69-27. Pateras beat back Ediat by a score of 55-44. On the Les Schwab Prep boys basketball scoreboard last night, in CWAC play, Ephrata topped Grandview 53-32. Othello beat Quincy 58-44. Omak took care of Cascade 57-39. Sam Phillips hit 8 3-pointers. Finished with 32 points to lead Cashmere past Okanagan 76-52. Congratulations to the Bulldogs. Regular season Caribou Trail League champions. They're ranked third in the state. And the latest RPI from the WIAA, the girls team ranked number 1. How about Cashmere? Also last night, Manson beat back Tonasket 50-46. Well, the Wenatchee Wild are in Prince George to begin a 3-game road trip coming up tonight. Puck drops at the Rolling Mix Concrete Arena at 7 o'clock. Then on Friday, Wenatchee heads to Surrey, BC to face the Eagles at 7 in the South Surrey Arena. Finally, Saturday, Wenatchee's at George Preston Arena to face the Langley Rivermen at 7:15. All told, 1,304 miles covered by the Wild over the next 4 days. Wenatchee in 5th place in the Interior Division with 52 points. That puts them 3 back of Vernon and 4 back of the Salmon Arm Silverbacks. Well, still to come this week on the NCWLIFE channel for sports broadcasting. Tomorrow night is hockey night as the Wenatchee Wild take on the Trail Smoke Eaters at 7 o'clock. This game from back on Saturday, January 25th, that went down to a shootout. Our checker has the play-by-play tomorrow night here on your television home for the Wenatchee Wild, the NCWLIFE channel. Then on Friday, I'll be courtside at Eastmont High School where the Wildcats host the Davis Pirates. Senior night as Eastmont's final home game of the regular season. Girls to be recognized include 6 seniors on the varsity roster. Boys have 8 seniors to commemorate. Eastmont boys currently sitting second in the Big Nine behind West Valley. Wenatchee is third, tied with Davis. The Eastmont girls last place in the Big Nine and will not make the postseason. So final hurrah coming up on Friday. Women in Sports Day today is, well, actually it's National Girls and Women in Sports Day today. That is happening all day long, a day to promote girls and women participating in athletics and highlight the leadership qualities that can be gained by playing sports. Cashmere senior Haley Van Lith has a message to the ladies out there.
Hey guys, it's Haley Van Lith. As you all know, today is National Women in Sports Day, and today's just a great reminder how amazing women athletes can be and how inspiring they can be. As you know, I play basketball, and that sport has just been a great way for me to establish a platform to inspire others to do what I love and just express myself. And I would encourage any girl to join sports and give it a try. You never know, you might like it. And yeah, just tell a female athlete they're great today, and see ya.
Thanks to Haley for that exclusive video provided to us here on the NCWLIFE channel. Van Lith also being featured this week on the nationally syndicated show Sports Stars of Tomorrow. We worked with the show's producers to provide footage of Haley playing hoops.
Haley Van Lith can do absolutely anything on a basketball court. The senior guard from Cashmere High School is one of the best players in the 2020 class, and her highlight videos are always a hit on social media.
I mean, everybody sees her skills, and you watch her in these Twitter clips and social media stuff, and you see how skilled she is, and you're like, wow, you know, that girl can flat, she can play. What goes unnoticed a lot with her is just how smart she is and a student of the game, how she understands things and sees and reads and understands defenses and how to attack them, and just a tremendous coach on the floor.
Learning how to be a leader has been one of the biggest learning curves for me, especially in high school. My freshman year, I was the starting point guard, and there was 4 other seniors starting with me, and I had to learn how to lead the team and gain that confidence to push them and like have them trust me as a young freshman. And that's just really been a hard journey for me because I'm not always the loudest player on the court, but I have kind of blossomed into this like natural leader now.
You can see Sports Stars of tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock and tomorrow night at 6:30. Then on Friday at 10:30 p.m. here on the NCWLIFE channel. Also a special ceremony happening during the boys' halftime game for Cashmere at home tomorrow that will celebrate Haley Van Lith being selected to the McDonald's All-American team. How about that? That's Sports News. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And recapping tonight's top story, Wenatchee police say a former felon intruded at a Ridgeview Lane house on Tuesday and pointed a handgun at a witness. Officers allegedly found 47-year-old Scott Anthony Glass in the garage when they were called to the house at about 2:45 p.m. He was carrying a knife and brass knuckles. They also said that they found a second knife and brass knuckles inside a parked car, along with a 9mm pistol. Glass allegedly came to the house to retrieve his parked vehicle, then struggled with the other man during that confrontation. Police say they'll seek charges of first-degree assault, kidnapping, and unlawful firearm possession. Glass, who has an Eniat address, is also known as Scott Anthony Brimble. He's already awaiting trial on a 2019 charge of methamphetamine possession. He has multiple prior convictions between 2001 and 2007, including one for third-degree child rape. And now, before we talk to Eric Granstrom once again, let's check your 7-day forecast, your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. And it's going to be a wet one for about the next 3 days or so, or next 2 days, I guess. 60% chance of rain on Thursday, 46 degrees. That goes down to a 50% chance of the wet stuff on Friday as we end our work week. Still mild. Remember, our normal high temperature is 39. We'll be 44 on Friday as well as Saturday, with just a slight chance for showers on Saturday. And then things clear out nicely on both Sunday and Monday, with sunny and mostly sunny skies respectively. Temperatures remaining pretty much the same throughout that time period. 43 Sunday, 44 Monday, and then by Tuesday we'll introduce showers back to our forecast. Partially cloudy skies with a high temperature then of 43 degrees. Now let's check in once again with Eric Granstrom, this time for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Eric?
Well, Grant, coming up on a Wednesday morning edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, I will have 2 more interviews as we count down to coronation coming up Saturday for the Cashmere Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant. Be sure and join us tomorrow as we'll introduce you to Carmen Valencia and Chelsea Wickel, candidates 7 and 8 of our 10 that we feature here all week on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll also have highlights of the Wenatchee Wilds game at Prince George tonight, so join us for that all tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
Thanks once again, Eric, and that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
People are really skeptical of our industry. They have been sold products, they have been sold policies they either don't need, don't understand, confusing. I understand that. We are more about the process and the people. Our SFG roadmap is designed to take care of all of those concerns. For those that have questions about their retirement, we would love the opportunity to sit down and chat with you.
Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.
Hey there, Wenatchee. I'm Sean Lee, and I'm inviting you to check out the NCW Movie Guide to keep up on what movies are playing in our town.